Hi, I'm Serena Pariser, author of Real Talk About Time Management and Real Talk About Classroom Management. Teachers, I want to take a second and talk to you about something that teachers often express that is their number one frustration at work, and that is that we don't have enough time to do all the things we're asked to do. It's a crazy world right now, and things are going on that a lot of us can't understand or know how to even start to understand it. But we've been given a gift, you could look at it that way, that we actually have more time in our homes, more time with our family. And for some of us, that means that we now have to do childcare unexpectedly. For some of us, that means we might have to work from home in a shared space with either a roommate or a partner. And for some of us, that means we have time by ourselves in our homes. And we have a choice in how we use this time. We can use this time to reflect and prepare ourselves for when we go back into the classroom. We can go back energized and optimistic and prepared for our students, and maybe change some of the habits that we have been forming throughout the school year and throughout the other years of our teaching career. Teachers, the bottom line is you deserve to feel energized, optimistic, present for students, and we know that isn't always the reality. And I'd like to reach out my hand in this time to offer my support. We're asked to be isolated, but we don't need to be socially isolated all the way because we have the power of the internet. For the next 4 days, I would like to do a time management challenge. And this challenge is based on the best practices in my book, Real Talk About Time Management. A lot of you already have it. And what I'd like to do is kind of post a video each day to go deep into one of the best practices. And the purpose of that is that we can use this time to actually build momentum, form good habits, change some habits we have, and go back into our classrooms ready and present for our students. They're gonna need us to be there for them. So when's the last time we've had this time so unexpectedly? We have our breaks, we have summer break, we have winter break, but when are we ever asked to just not come in for a few weeks? So let's make a choice. How are we gonna use this time? And that's how I'd like to support you. So let's just take a second to breathe. And pause and reflect. And how have we been feeling at work? How have we been conquering our grading and our administrative tasks? And are there habits we want to change? Now, let me back up a second and say that if you're a first or second or third year teacher, the first thing you might want to do is just rest for a day and lay in bed and order pizza and watch Netflix and chill, and that is completely okay. Take a little bit of time to rest if you need, but then come back. And then we're gonna form healthy habits that are proactively gonna help us stay on top of our classroom and form those relationships with students, because we're gonna show up present and prepared and in control. So we're asked to somewhat socially distance, but we have the power of the internet. We have the power of our email. We have the power of social media to actually stay connected and support ourselves as a community of teachers. And I'd like to lead you in that for this week. So we take a second to reflect. We're also going to take a look at how we've been spending our time. And we're also going to take a look at some data-proven research that backs up the best practices for educators. For those of you that have my book, Real Talk About Time Management, it's 35 best practices for educators. And this week, if you connect with me, I'd like to just offer you as a gift a really in-depth look at what are the 4 best practices that you can use. We're going to do one a day, and we can go deep into that can help us form those healthy habits while we're spending time in our house, spending time with our family, spending time with our grading pile, spending time with ourselves, spending time resting, and spending time energizing. So I want to walk you through this for those of you that have it, so you can get a glimpse of what I'm talking about here. This book, Real Talk About Time Management, is set up a lot like my first, Real Talk About Classroom Management, and it's divided into 5 sections. The first one is time management mindset. The second is planning. The third is at school and what we can do at school. And we're going to skip over that for the next 4 days because we're not in our schools, most of us. The fourth is at home, and that's where we're going to really focus on. What can we do proactively to get ourselves ready for when we go back, get ourselves prepared, and to start forming healthy habits at home? How do we work at home without a schedule, without the bells ringing, without our minute-by-minute day plan for us? This is going to be a change for us. So I'm going to help you with that. And there's a few other things in here we're going to touch on briefly throughout the next 4 days. If you have my book, it has 35 best practices, and they're set up just like the first book, where, let me show you one. There's a strategy, a best practice, and then it's pretty anecdotal. It goes through some of my experiences in the classroom. My co-author, Dr. DeRoche, some of his experiences as a principal, as a classroom teacher. And then there's a lot of visuals and graphics to help you with. For example, this graphic says the difference between busy and productive. And the beauty is right now we have time to reflect on that. Have we been busy or have we been productive? And then of course there's a your turn. This book can be used as a professional development tool as well, to kind of support a group of teachers that are looking to sharpen the practice together. One of the strategies I'm going to go into one of the 4 days is knowing when to take little breaks throughout the day. So oftentimes we use our prep to take breaks, and oftentimes our preps become not available to us during the day. We're now at home doing the work. And sometimes we forget that we have the opportunity to take those 5-minute breaks to do things other than run to the restroom and back. And I'm going to kind of coach you through what could that look like and how do you use those breaks to actually energize you to do whatever you need to do throughout the day. You might not be doing schoolwork all day, but we're going to work on having some sort of schedule to keep you forming those healthy habits. So I know it's a lot. I hope you choose to join me this week. And so whether you're a first year teacher, whether you're your 20 teacher, or maybe you're your 29 teacher, all of these habits are something that teachers can use throughout the rest of their career and also in their everyday lives. When you are going back to your classroom and that day comes, I want you to feel refreshed and energized and ready to go and feel rested. You can now sleep in a little bit, most of you. If you're doing childcare, it's probably not as much, but you can still sleep in a little bit. And that's a luxury we haven't had in a long time, teachers. We deserve it. So I'm going to be posting, if you're already subscribed to my blog, you'll get the videos. It's going to be a 4 to 5 minute video, short and sweet. It is about time management, by the way. You'll get those videos coming through to your email. If you connect with me on Twitter, it's at Serena Pariser. You'll see those videos posted once a day. So in this time we have, teachers, let's start building positive changes that will carry us through the rest of our teaching career, in our real life, in our teacher life, which is our real life too. And I'm going to be doing them with them. We're in this together. I'm going to be doing it with you. And let's see if we can build each other and support each other through this time. When all this uncertainty in the world, this is the one thing, teachers, that we have control of right now. Okay. I look forward to connecting with you.